Hello everyone. How are you all today? I hope everyone is really fine and doing great. So for today we'll be doing something really awesome and something great, something that is kind of crazy because we've been doing a lot of books and in the past we react and stuff. And today again we'll be doing something book related. So let me start by intro myself. So I'm Tobiloba and I'm a front end engineer. And yeah, I love building front end stuff and doing front end like stuff. I just like client side applications basically. So and yeah, pretty much it's great to be here today, and this makes like our 23rd live stream. We've been doing this so far, and yeah, we're doing the React version now because we worked with several things in the past. HTML, JS, CSS, and now Tailwind, and now we're doing React for now. So yeah, I think that's about it for now. So let me just have Ali introduce himself. So he's on this side of
Okay.
my screen.
Yeah.
So and then
So
you tell
yeah.
us what we do today.
Okay. So in the name of God. So hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing great. So happy weekends. Like it's a holiday. So I think you have been coding a lot all day. So you need to take break. But no, we have to code like in order to learn it something. Okay. So let me introduce myself. So my name is Ali. So it's been 2 years that I'm coding. Like I'm a front-end developer, but sometimes I call myself as a full stack developer. But I would like to be a front-end more than being a full stack developer. So as Toby explained, like it is our 23rd live stream that we are having explain some of the technologies such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Tailwind CSS, which is the CSS frameworks. And so I think Toby, like it is going to be the eighth live stream that we are going to talk about React.js, right? Okay,
Yes,
that's
you're right.
nice. Yeah, like we were teaching about use effect, use state, like how, like why we have to use React and how to make form, like how to work with state management. So that's very cool, like by using React.js. So, but for today's live stream, we are going to make a separate, like a custom hook, like we are tired of using use effect, use state, so why not make our own custom hook and use that?
Yeah.
So that's what we are going to do it by the end of this live stream. So we hope you enjoyed it and we hope you learned something from this live stream. So Toby, are you ready?
Yeah, of course. Born ready.
Okay. Okay. So let me share my screen. So before going to like start coding it, we need to show you the project, like as it like demo project, like what kind of project we are going to be working on. So this is very simple project. So we think that this live stream is going to be very short. Like this, we are having a simple button like change colors, and we are having a background of red. So whenever I click this one, the color is being changed. So we can also use user state like for changing colors, but for today's live stream we are going to make our own custom hook for this project. So this is just a project, so we are going to build such project, such design.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
first, what we need to do right now is to create a React project. So, like right now, we have nothing right now. So what we can do right now is to npm create wait. Okay, so we have to wait. So when we run the wait create, so it's going to give us some options, package name. So we are going to choose React. So JavaScript. Okay, it's all done. So what we need to do right now is to npm and install all the dependencies and div dependencies. So we have to wait.
Yes, we have to wait. We should probably like play like a song. We should like it soon in those times when we are waiting for packages and stuff. Just be like some background music.
Yeah. But okay, yeah. So it's all done. Like what we need to do right now is to npm run div to see the website live on the web on the browser. So we are going to get a custom local host. So we need to click this one and open it. So you see, we are we are all set. So Toby, I will pass the mic to you so you can explain from now on.
Yeah, sure, perfect. So Ali has done a good job setting up the code base and um, creating a new React app for us. So and yeah, it's currently running the server now. So now I open my source folder and I see a couple of files there, assets, app, and everything there. So now I pretty much now want to create my own hook. Now, how do we create a hook? And if we're following this convention that React has this way of naming hooks. So hooks are like functions that help you to key into the React lifecycle, as we've explained in previous as you might have explained in previous episodes. So React has this lifecycle thing in where there's like a refresh state. There's a state where it's actually like reloading, mounting, and unmounting. So those are the three life cycles that React has. So and there are some hooks hooks are they work with functional components, or yeah, they work with functional components because the class in React is lifecycle method, so we don't use that. We're working with functional components. So hooks work with functional components, and in hooks they have a pattern to name them. So each one of them always have like the use something before it. Use whatever you want it to do because like a function. So use color, use effect, use state, use reducer, whatever you want it to be. So we are going to create our own hook now. And according to what Ali is showing, we're going to be using random colors. So we can name our hook use random color, which is a very appropriate name that might work in this case. So I'm going to start by and let me leave the app, the GSX for now. So let me just go to the source folder. Let me create a new file. Since we're in GSX, I'm not writing TypeScript. So I'm going to do use random color.gsx. So I've created the file. Now I'm in the file. So now let me start by doing RFC. It doesn't work for me, sorry. So I have to write everything from scratch. I'm going to write the function called use random color. Now my function is going to be like this. So in my function, I want the function uh, to be able to return two things. So I want to be able to return a hook, the state of the color, the current color we have in our application, and I want it to return a function that changes the color whenever something happens. So this is what we basically want our hook to do. So the hook should be able to have a color that will be passed down. I mean, if it's changing, just changing color, changing color, and we can't use that color, there's no use of this hook. So the usage of this hook is that it will give us a color that we can use, and to give us a setter function that we can use to change the color that we currently have. And everything is going to be done by this user random color. So I'm going to start something very simple. I'm just going to I'm going to create a state. So my state is going to be color and set color. I'm going to use state here. I'm going to have to import use state. So my use state will start with an initial string. And now in my initial string, I just want to do something simple, something very, very simple, just a simple RGB. So RGB will be more suitable for us because like it's actually easier to change the value now because we're using RGB runs from 0 to 255, where the first value is the red, second is the green, third is the blue, yeah, RGB. So that's the way
Yeah.
RGB runs. So RGB is easier for us to track. So I'm just going to do a random RGB now. So like if I do RGB 255, 255, 255, that's going to be like, is that black or white? I think that's white. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put random values here. So let me do RGB. I don't know the color. We can't see it now. So I'm just going to put something here. If you know CSS, from CSS, there's this RGB way of setting colors. I'm just going to put like maybe 67, 69, maybe this one 78. So I've created my state and my state with this color now. So now I'm going to now I know that I'm going to be returning something. And what am I returning? What I'm returning is going to be an object because when I'm calling the state, I'll need to go and destructure it there. Or I can actually return an array of both of them. What do you think, Ali? I can return an
Uh,
array.
yeah, we can also return as array or as an object. No
Yeah, let
problem.
me use objects.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
objects is quite it makes more sense. So let me return an object instead.
Yeah.
So now here I can now create my function here. I'm going to call my function const. change color or set random or no, I think change color is better name.
Yeah.
So change color is not going to take any argument. It's just going to do some random stuff, and to change it will use our setter function to change the original color that we have. So I'm just going to come in here. I'm going to do const the red. So red is going to be mat dot random times
Mm-hmm.
255 because I told you the number has to go from the RGB goes from 0 to 255. So we'll do this for blue as well, for green rather. But we might need to floor the value. We might need to do math of floor to floor the value because if you don't round it down, when we do math of random, random value can be having decimals, and we don't actually need that for our RGB. Our RGB needs definite values. So we can use math dot floor to round down our value. If you know from mathematics, normal boring math stuff,
Yeah.
rounding down and approximating here. So we can use math of floor to help us do that. So instead of having to use decimals, we don't need decimals. We actually need like definite values. So I went to down that math random here times 255. I'm going to come here and create my blue. So my blue is right here. So I'm going to do math random. So math random times 255. So from here, now I will do a simple thing that will just um, set my function. So let me use math of flow to wrap each one of them. Sorry. So math dot flow. So math is like a built-in JavaScript um, class or object yeah, I think class is better. That has all these methods for it. So it has all these methods for math or random, math or floor, and everything else. I can't do random two times to floor.
Yeah.
So, so now that I've done that and I've done everything that I need to set up my variables for red, green, and blue, I'm just going to come here and just do a simple setup function. I'm going to set color. So this color is going to come here, and I'm going to have my string. Oh no, let's do a template literal with backticks because we have dynamic variables. So RGB, I'm not using any opacity here. So I'm going to come to my RGB and I'm going to do the dollar sign. So I have red here. Oh, sorry, where's my cursor going? So I have red here.
Yeah. It's.
I have red here. I have green here,
Mm-hmm.
and I have blue here.
Blue. Yeah.
So now we've properly set up our function that helps us um to change the color. So now our hook is actually complete now, but we can't use the hook yet until we actually do return something from the hook. So what are we going to be returning from the hook? We need to return um this change color function that we are using here to change the color, and we need to return this actual color. We can't return the set color because we actually it's not doing anything for us at the moment
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
the set color requires to still pass an argument down, and it's useless to us if we are doing that because we don't need to pass an argument. We just need the ready-made function, and the ready-made function that we need is change color because change color is already handling the logic of randomizing the colors for us and then setting them for us. So it's already using the setter function for us, so we don't need to handle that part. So before my code starts showing red and showing bugs, let me import let me import this state from React. So use state from React.
React. Yeah.
So now we've actually finished the hook, and I'm going to leave Ali to handle the parts that because I've been talking for a very long time. So Ali needs to get on it.
No problem,
so
bro.
change
Yeah.
color. So I'm going to return these two things now, and that is the end of this hook. We just need to export it. Yeah, we need to export it.
Yeah. Anything
I'm going to,
exported and use it. Yeah.
yeah, so I've exported the hook now, and this is the end of the hook. Voila, that is your use
That's
random color.
that's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you very much.
Okay. So Toby, like, okay, so Toby made a file by the name of use random colors. Like we are making a custom hook. So okay, so Toby created a function like use random colors. So to add something like when we are creating a custom hook, we also can use the hooks that are coming from React, like use effect, use state. So if you think that if you thought that for making a custom hook we can't use a state or use effect or use reducer, so but we can. So this is a function that Toby created. Like to as Toby said, like we need to export, like we need to return color and changing color. So we don't really need the set color because we have already used it inside of this function. So there's no need to import like return this one as well. So if you see the project, like we are having two logo, Beats and React, and a title, so we don't really need those. So we are going to delete all of it, delete this one. So we don't really need this user state. We don't really need the app.tss, remove them all. So we can remove the app.tss, and also we can remove all the CSS styles. We don't really need this one. So all we need to do is to add a button and say change color. So we are seeing a button. We also, if you see the project demo, we are having also a background color. So we can target like get this class name and go to index.tss and add some colors to it, like add some styles. So we are going to say the width is going to be 100% and the height is going to be 100 VH, which means like 100 VH, like 100, the full height of the page. And let's give it a background color to visualize it a bit more. It is red, so you see it is working fine, but we are not going to use this color inside the index.css because whenever we click the button, so we won't be able to change the value of the color. So what we need to do right now is to use that hook that Toby created and add the value of the background color to be color itself. So what we can do right now is to like the question is like how to use the custom hook right now. So all we need to do right now is to bring it to this app.jsx file. So the name of that file was use random color. Okay, so it's a function. So we also need to import get color and change color. That those are the two values that to be returned, like to be made the function in a way that that function just return the color and change color. So all we need to do right now is to give it a style and set the background color to be color. That's it. So right now all we need to do is to remove this one and we see the color. So right now the button is not working. Like we have to add the onClick function. So we say onClick and say the change color. So whenever we click this one, the change color function is going to happen. Like let me refresh the page and you see whenever we click the button, the color is going to be changed. So I think that's all like for creating a custom hook. Toby, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
I
was just
thought
laughing
like
here.
yeah, but I thought for a second that I'm talking to myself, or I might be
No, of course,
disconnected from the StreamYard.
no, no, I've been here the whole time. I was just laughing. This
Laughing
is
for
awesome,
what?
very awesome. Then, like the way we completed the live stream, in, like so little time. We didn't spend 20 minutes, and we are already done. And we spent 20 minutes because we are talking.
Yeah, like as I told you, like as we said at the beginning of the live stream, so it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
short, and the project
Mm-hmm.
demo is going to be very simple, but we have to
Yeah.
learn the logic, like how to make a custom
Exactly.
hook. Like if you know
Exactly.
how to make it, then you can do so many things with it. Like we
Exactly.
cannot do so like we cannot do cool things here because it will take time. So what we do
Mm,
every live stream is to make a very simple project as a demo and start teaching how to make, like how to learn the logic, how to make that design in a way that it is going to be reusable. And yeah, and if you learn the logic and if you know how to work with React, like how to work with hooks that are coming from React, then you can do so many things with that. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you. And this was a very informative episode because I remember starting out and I wasn't actually very familiar with how to I wasn't very familiar with how to create my own custom hooks. Though I knew how to use hooks, but like the idea of creating my own custom hook to work with this was very it's something that always like baffled me. But recently, I worked on a hook recently that the hook was use login. Yeah, use login was the
Oh,
hook. So I was
that's
trying
nice.
to do something. I was trying to do something on the work project. So and the work
Mm-hmm.
project required that we could we tracked the authentication state of the user to see the user is either signed in or signed out. And based on that detail, we can determine whether or not to allow the user to do certain things. So instead of me having to write my whole code in one file,
Mm-hmm.
I just went to a different file, made it a hook, and added export some
Mm-hmm.
certain things to me. So based on whatever it was, so I just structured it where I needed it, and I was using it directly like that. So I just called it use login. So it's very
Exactly.
so the abilities, the powers that hooks give you, custom hooks give you, is very crazy because you can abstract
Yeah,
so much away from the user, from
exactly.
away from a developer. Yeah, and the person, I makes your code very easy to read. Yeah, it's very nice. It's very easy to read. I can just look at this and be like, okay, makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. I
Exactly.
do agree. I do agree. Like before this live stream, I was not using custom hook to be honest. Like I was just using use state, use effect all the time because I didn't know how to make a use like a custom hook. Like I was seeing lots of YouTube videos that are teaching about how to make a custom hook, so I didn't watch those videos. But this live stream made me to go and search about custom hook. Like I search on YouTube like how to make, and on Google like how to like read blogs like how to make a custom hook in React.js. So that this live
Mm-hmm.
stream made me to learn it, and I think from now on like I'm going to use a custom hook in some of my project because it's really good.
Yeah.
Like if I didn't use the custom hook, like if I didn't use the custom hook, for example, like I have to duplicate this line of code like
Several
for
places.
different, yeah, for separate files for different files. But right now, what I need to do right now is to add this one line of code and you're good to go. That's it.
Exactly.
Like
That I
for
agree. I
example,
agree with that.
yeah, yeah, like for
Go
example,
ahead.
like if yeah, for example, like if we are working in a massive project, so we have to make a custom hook. Like whenever, like in the future, like you want to bring some changes to the website, so there's no need to go through all the files and change value and change like update the codes. You
Let's go
just
to
need
one
to update
place.
from one place and that's it. Like it's going to affect all the
And it's
files
change.
and all the codes and
Exactly.
that's it. But if you
Exactly.
didn't use
Exactly.
the custom hook, you need to go through all the files and it will be boring,
One
it
by
will
one.
take time, and you will be
Hmm.
confused like, where am I? Like, what am I doing right now? But right now, by the
Exactly.
help of by the help of custom hook, like you need to update from one place and you're good to go.
Exactly. I agree. I totally agree with everything you just said, and it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you're right.
Hmm. I think that's all. Like, if we have any
Yeah.
question, we are happy to answer it.
Yeah, of course. Feel free to drop your questions now because the live stream is technically over, and yeah, we are done. We are done with everything we wanted to do. So
Exactly.
I feel like this was a very good stream, man, and I actually did learn a lot. You might not believe it, but I've come to understand a lot from working on this as well. So a lot makes sense to me now, and I'm glad. I'm glad we came here. I'm glad we did this episode rather.
Yeah, that's good. That's nice, bro.
Yeah. So anything else?
That's anything else? I have nothing to say. Like,
Yeah, me too.
yeah, that's
Me
all.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm done too. I'm done too. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything for now, and we're glad you all stayed. For those that tuned in and watched, we're glad you came by and dropped by to enjoy this episode with us. And yeah, I'm sure you probably like picked a thing or two to help you in your future React project and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much all from me. That's all. So have a great
yeah.
weekend and have fun, Ali.
Yeah, so
Okay. Yeah.
happy weekends. I hope to see you again. And yeah, that's it. Bye for now.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck to you. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.